Hello everyone, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar, and I've got a pick a card reading for you. I really do hope that this reading can offer you some guidance into why you can't let go of a particular connection. Now, this connection could be with a family member, it could be with a friend, it could be with a lover, a crush, a partner. It can really go and, ask for each pile, maybe you can ask for a different person. Of course, we only have 4 piles, so, you know, probably only 4 people max. and but yeah, I really I'm hoping to offer you guys some kind of guidance, especially for those of you. I mean, it's just so hard when you can't let go of somebody and you can't really understand or identify why that is. And without an identification, you can't really fix anything or do much. For some of you, it might just be curiosity as well. Why are you so drawn to this person? Why can't you really kind of just look in another direction? Of course, now I will say that synastry, which is the two, taking 2 natal charts and putting them on top of each other and seeing how your planets interact, that is very much usually, sorry, wow, I clapped. It's usually very connected to why you feel about people the way that you do or why you interact with them. When you have a repulsion against somebody, it's usually probably in your synastry chart. And also when you idolize certain people, or we all have these interactions in our charts with other people, and so it does really impact the connection. If you are interested in learning about synastry, well, you can always DM me on Instagram and ask me, and I'll, if I have time, I'll definitely look at it. But I don't do reading. I don't offer readings right now. I've had people DM me asking about astrology, like natal chart readings and different types of readings. And unfortunately, right now, I just do not have the time because I don't have a dedicated office space at the moment. So I really don't have time to really delve into charts too much. But I could always, definitely look at your chart and say, okay, wow, okay, I see some stuff here that, maybe it means, a spiritual connection. It might mean an obsessive connection, or it might mean both. or you know what I mean. But yeah. So also, yeah, if you want to learn about synastry though, especially, of course, if any of you DM me, I'll tell you this. But Jewel, she is an amazing astrologer here on YouTube, and she does synastry and composites mainly. She does some natal stuff as well, but a lot of synastry and composite. That's her specialty. She's amazing, amazing, amazing. Nothing but good things to say about her. But yeah, so 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can find your timestamps down below if you'd like to have a personal reading, a tarot reading. That can all be done down in the description box. There's a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase a reading. There's also a link to my my Amazon wish list. So yeah, if you want to get something off my Amazon wish list, I always give a reading as a thank you. Also, oh wow, while we're here, there, I had to reach Inspector Gadget arms. I got the Affirmators Tarot in the mail today from, well, not by the time I post this, but from Rebecca. Thank you so much, Rebecca. You're a doll, and I've enjoyed talking to you on Instagram. Thank you. So, I'm excited. I'm using this in one of the piles. Okay, so, gonna get into your reading now. If you listen to this intro this long, I'm your friend. You're my friend. You're my buddy. I love you. Okay, so I'll see you all in your reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, so you've chosen pile number 1 with this opal. Let's find out what the meaning of your connection is with your person, and why you can't let them go. Why can't you let them go? Okay? So, this is such a beautiful stone. It's got it loves to pick up the light and put it in different directions. I love it. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with the Mists of Avalon Oracle. And I want to say a big thank you to Eric for getting this off the wish list. I really do appreciate you, Eric. Thank you so much. So, we have the White Heart. The White Heart is card number 36. So maybe 36 means something to you. But also, we have awakening, perspective, new beginnings, realignment. So there is definitely something about this person that has given you a new perspective. That's perhaps really, wow, Mercury retrograde. It's really messing with me, guys, real bad in my 11th house. Okay, this person might have come into your life. Something about this is definitely an awakening for you. This person's awakened you to different parts of yourself. and perhaps inspired you to make new beginnings, or has kind of awakened your heart's desire. That's really what the white heart is about your heart's desire, about your potential, and about realigning with who you really are, especially in a spiritual sense, perhaps also on a life sense, like just in a life sense, that you're being directed towards your destiny somehow because of this person. I definitely could see some nodal contacts here in your synastry, just based off of this card. I'm feeling that. But yeah, this is really essentially about going into something new. And following your own quest, I suppose you could say. And for some of you, that might be why it's hard for you to let go, because it's scary to follow your heart's desire. It's scary to go in a different direction. And some of you might be really hanging on to this connection because of that. Perhaps this person is actually stunting you in some way for some of you, okay? Now take it as it resonates. Like I mentioned, I did a community post recently about, I do feel responsibility as a reader because I have so many different people watching, and there are going to be different types of situations, and I can't explain them all, and I try to explain as many as I'm feeling. But, yeah, I do my best, and I do want to be ethical when I do this, in terms of, I don't like giving ultimatums, or I don't like giving final outcomes because it just doesn't feel right. But, so it's the same thing with you. For some of you, you are moving towards this person, and some of you might be trying to break away from them, okay? That's just the reality of this. For some of you, it's going to be the opposite. And so take that as it resonates. Either this person is, why can't you let go of them? Because this person feels part of your future in some way. They feel part of your spiritual path. You feel them on a level, a spiritual level, in depth, And this person there might be a requirement to realign your life for this person as well, which may be hard, right, to come together. Maybe you're scared to realign. And for others of you, it's the opposite. You might have been stuck on this person for forever, and you know that you need new beginnings, but it's kind of hard for you to realign yourself, perhaps. But let's get into the other cards and see why that could be. Let's get some more information here. So let's check it out. We've got Death, Friend, and Priest. I'll put those right there. And then we've got, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Moon. There's a lot of earth energy here, which really talks to me about the fact that earth energy really can be about, well, obviously it can be about work, studying, but it can also be about our health, about our security. It can very much be tied into our emotional security. Remember, all elements work very much together, especially with the moon. This is very tied into your emotions. It's very mysterious, perhaps. It's something that's very connected to you emotionally. I really feel like for some of you, there could be a marriage here, or a long-term connection in which you feel very connected to this person on a very mundane even level. For some of you, this person is a friend of yours, okay? And you've put a lot of effort into this connection. You've given a lot. And the one thing that I felt this message for another pile, because I pre-shuffled, and I get messages while I'm shuffling. I see the cards and stuff. I'm not going to hide that from you. And I get insight as I'm shuffling. And that's one of the reasons why I do like live shuffling, but sometimes I just don't, because I know people don't like that. But with the Two of Pentacles here, it's all about balance and flow. And I feel like you flow really well with this person in some way, or you have gotten into a routine of flowing with them. This is very routine feeling right here. And what happens when we fall out of our routine is that we feel uncomfortable, like with the Five of Pentacles, emotionally uncomfortable, especially here with the Moon. You could feel fearful of the future, what it could mean. For some of you, I really do feel like this is a long-term relationship. For some of you, it might even be a dual message. You're in a long-term relationship thinking about somebody else. So there's kind of perhaps a dual meaning here for some of you. One thing I'm going to say, though, about this Two of Pentacles, to get back to that, is that if she lets go of one of the pentacles, the flow is gone. And there's only one thing left, one pentacle left, right? So for some of you, it's like you're afraid of being lonely. You're afraid of maybe financial difficulties or dependence. You might be feeling afraid to let go of something that you know feels comfortable. You're afraid to put yourself in a scary position, and that might be really the core of it. Even if you know this person, it's a crush. Say it's even a crush. You might have put so much energy into this person that you sort of made it a routine, an emotional and physical perhaps routine, right? Just like for instance, smoking. It comes to my mind. And it's such a, it can be a nicotine addiction, right? But a lot of times, especially I notice in women, it can be an addiction that is very much based in routine. When this happens, I do this. When I eat, I do this. It's very methodical and routine, and that could be a lot of what this is. You wake up and you message them. You go to sleep. Before you go to sleep, you message them good night. You know what I mean? There's a lot of perhaps attachment here, a lot of comfort, physical comfort too here in some way. This is physical and emotional comfort, this person. And I really do get this sense of routine, even if it's not a boring routine. We also have death, friend, and priest. For some of you, like this connection, you can't let go because it would feel like the end for you in some way. It would be a huge, massive change to your lifestyle, okay? I really get the sense that this would be, very difficult for you. I feel like a lot of you might rely on somebody financially or in some kind of way. It may not even be financial, but it could be in a way that makes it really hard for you. Like this would be scary, right? Because death means endings. It also means new beginnings. And you might be afraid to take that new beginning because your perspective might be a little bit skewed here with the moon. There might be a lot of fears about your capabilities, about what it would be like without this person, okay? We also have friend. So at the essential, essence of this person is a friend to you. And I see friendship very much in the Pentacles, actually, because friends are there, the kind of we do their daily routine, we do our things with them, you know what I mean? There's just something so physically comforting about friendship in some way, because it's just so much part of our life. And it can be emotional too, of course, and that's the thing about all the elements. We have to remember that they all flow together in some way. They're all required. Each element has their own type of intuition, their own type of, abilities, their own type of, you know what I mean? All the elements have, and work together in some way, If you don't have that fire along with the, water, then you're going to lack maybe passion. You're just going to feel like, ugh, you need a little bit of everything. It's good to have a balance. And this person, I really do feel like somehow offers you some kind of balance. And I do feel like there's a fear. With priest here as well, there might be a spiritual connection here, okay? But also there could be a moral connection, okay? For some of you, this could be a relationship in which, now this is going to be very specific, so don't take it if it's not yours, but for some of you, this might be a connection in which, the attraction has died, but there's still that core there. Of friendship or, being able to relate to this person. For others of you, though, this could be that there's just this, there's this moral obligation, perhaps. Maybe you feel indebted to this person, or you want to help them, or you feel like there's this connection, you can't explain it, so you can't let it go. So, yeah, that's what I'm feeling here. I really do see a sense, though, that you guys really feel in some way that this would be such a drastic change to let go. It would be so hard for you, just even, on a daily, like I said, a daily basis. I'm going to move that over there. And we're going to get some astrology cards here. So let's see. Spirit, please guide us into why can those that chose one of them not let go of their person? Mercury. Mercury's about the 3rd and the 6th house. Oh my goodness. I feel like you guys talk really well. Like there's a mental connection here where you guys can just share. Yeah, there's a... Okay. Yep, okay. I see it. A lot of you, this is a... I feel like for a lot of you, this is a marriage here. Venus and Saturn, long-term relationships. That is something that is very ideal if you want to have a long-term relationship with somebody. There are strong feelings in synastry, like I've mentioned before, like Plutonic connections, Neptune connections, Venus-Mars, of course, Moon connections. But Venus-Saturn, if you want to have a relationship with longevity, you need to have some Saturn in your synastry, because it does give you this indebted feeling, this feeling of responsibility. For some of you, this is really, you feel responsibility for this person. You feel like you need to take care of them in some way. And even if you're not to that place yet, you might already feel this stirring. There's a beautiful article. Oh my gosh, I should find it and link it down below. The astrologer that posted it has passed on, but she wrote about Saturn and Venus, and it's amazing. It's amazing. But I actually have Saturn Venus with my husband, and we've been together for 17 years. And I've noticed, like, any type of time I've had that Saturn-Venus connection with somebody, there's a love that is very responsible feeling, and dedicated. Now, sometimes that can become suffocating, okay? Because you feel that responsibility, and sometimes Saturn can be a little bit of a, you can't do this, you can't do that, you know what I mean? That's kind of, it's kind of a disciplined thing, and sometimes that doesn't feel good. Even when it's a trine, okay, even when it flows. But I mean, still, though, I feel like for many of you, there's this possibility in this person. There's this deep-seated connection of being able to talk, being able to feel dedicated. There's just something very connected about this person, like, to you. And like I said, that's why I'm really picking up the fact that perhaps this person is somebody that you are in a long-term connection with, or you see that possibility there. I feel like you guys could talk about serious matters. I feel like you're attracted perhaps to their wisdom. This person could be older than you, or you could be older than them. There could be something about the way this person is that really just sits with you well. And with Mercury and Saturn, I really do feel like this is somebody you could go to for advice. Or they seem like they're in charge of it. They know what they're doing. Some of you might really feel like you'd lack without this person. In some way, deep down, you have this like lack. Like, oh, if I couldn't ask them for advice, or I couldn't be there, they wouldn't be there. I would feel... And there's also just like this sense of personal responsibility I'm picking up very strongly. Like, I gotta do this for them. If I'm not there for them, how will they go about their life? Or how will I go about my life? Like I said, it might resonate a little bit differently with you guys. But, yeah, I'm definitely getting strong. I feel like this is a connection that's really difficult to let go of if you're wanting to. Because I really do feel like it has longevity to it. That's why. At the core of its essence, it has a really strong long-term potential, okay? And so even if you guys don't fall into that, there might also be some restrictions here with Saturn, or some obstacles between the two of you. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just seeing if I'm feeling anything else here. Like I said, it's going to resonate a little bit differently. And it depends on what kind of place you're in right now. But I really, really feel strongly like if you let go of this connection, essentially deep down, this is what I'm seeing here, is this Two of Pentacles and this Five of Pentacles. You've been juggling this for so long, or it feels like so comfortable to you in some way, that if you let go of one, you would feel left, you would feel lack. You would feel a physical lack. It could even be like physical depression. It could be depression, or it could be literally that your finances would be messed up. Or you would feel lonely, or in some way, I just feel like you'd feel terrible. And that's probably why you can't let go, because you don't feel good. Now, if you want to let go, of course, like I said, for some of you, it's like there might not be anything wrong with this. And that's why you don't want to let go, because, it's, for some of you, this might be a happy, connection in which you're like, yeah, why you don't want to let go, because it wouldn't feel good. I'm not going to take that. I was going to take an advice for you guys from that deck, but I'm actually going to take it from this. This is actually, Kimberly got me this deck. Thank you, Kimberly, if you're watching. What is advice for those that chose pile number 1? Oof, no. Hold on. What is advice for pile number 1 in terms of this connection? What's the advice? Here we go. She who is present, Taraz. Now awareness and acceptance. Ooh. Let's read this. If I can find it. Okay, here we go. Taraz, she who is present, stands strong during a blizzard. Her hair sweeps up to entangle with the fingers of the wind. Rather than complain about the storm, she simply allows her senses to be aware and accept what is. This is a time of quiet solitude. In her hair she harbors both butterfly and vine from the harsh reality of the snow. The vine, the insect, and the woman all find beauty in the present moment. Taraz, whose name means now in Polish, Taraz, probably, values the when and where she is. This card is asking you to honor the things that are happening now, good, bad, and indifferent. Acknowledge this instant of time fully. Do not avoid the present moment by dreaming of the future or revisiting the past. It might be a time to engage in physical activity to focus your awareness in the here and now. Your best hope for this situation is to face it head on. This is not a time to play ostrich. Facing this moment with acceptance will carry you into the next. So, the questions here are, am I doing everything I can to stay present in this moment? How can I focus myself more effectively? And what happens when I accept the things the way they are? Oof. So for some of you, it might be that it's comfortable in some way for you to kind of just to stick your head in the sand and kind of forget about this. You might not be facing something because it might be too uncomfortable. And it's easy for you just to kind of hold on instead of trying to take a new beginning. I do really see that you're being guided, though, to stay in the moment, in the present moment, not focus too much on what the future is or what the past is. Which is an interesting message here. I'm trying to connect it here, feeling what the connection to that could be for each of you. To apply it, to each of you. I mean, for some of you, it might be that you don't need to worry about this connection too much, honestly. For some of you where this is healthy and you're not having a problem with this person, I don't see what the problem is. It might be saying, hey, just accept things the way they are. They are what they are. If you're hoping for a friend to become more, and you feel like it's not going anywhere, that the feelings are platonic or something like that, accepting it and understanding that you don't have to let go of this, right now if you don't want to, if it's not uncomfortable. For others of you, it could be that might be a message here that not worrying about what this would bring if you let go. Not worrying about these fears and uncertainties. But figuring out what you could do in the moment to head these on, right? What could you do to make yourself more comfortable right now for the future, okay? Not focusing on the negative parts of the future, but what you could start building now, or what you could do in this moment to kind of combat that feeling of maybe the Five of Pentacles and the Moon if you were to let go, for those of you that do want to let go. But yeah, I really hope that this reading offered guidance. I know it was a bit long, 20 minutes. I'm sure that you guys aren't listening to this by now. If you are, like I said, you're my best friend. High five and hearts for you. But, yeah, take care of yourselves. And I really, like I said, I hope that this helps you. And I'm wishing you guys lots of love, lots of blessings in your connection. And I will see you all in the next reading, okay? Oh, yeah, and if you want a personal reading, all that information is down below in the description box. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Hello, if you've chosen pile number 2 with the lepidolite, this is your reading. So, let's see, why can't you let go of this person? So, first of all, we're going to start with the Mist of Avalon Oracle. And I want to thank Eric so much for getting this Oracle deck for me off my wish list. You're a doll. Okay, so we have the Holy Thorn card. So, let's bring it up. There's a number 7, if that means something to you. But we also have the Sacred Perseverance, Courage, and Optimism. Now, the Holy Thorn it does illuminate to the fact that there are some mysteries to this connection, that there are secrets to this connection. I do get the sense that there probably are some good, strong ties between the two of you, okay? Now, this can also indicate that there have been major struggles. There have been ups and downs in this connection. Cycles perhaps of like breakups and coming back together, or there's just some sort of like cycles that perhaps you're going through with this person, and sometimes these cycles can be pretty painful at times. And some of you might be in a cycle where you guys are in connection. For some of you, this connection might be sleeping a little bit at this moment, at least on the physical realm. Now, one thing that is that this card can indicate the fact that, this is a connection that could make you wonder at times whether things will ever become better, right? And some of you might be in this moment right now where you're wondering if everything will come around again. And I feel like that, for many of you, there's a message here that this will come around. It will blossom when it's meant to. And, but at the core of this, there's just a really strong connection. It's like deep in the roots. So for some of you, this might be a long-term connection, or it might come from a past life, okay? And that could be, you guys still have things to do. You might have like because you have to remember, anytime something aspects the north node, it's going to aspect the south node as well, and vice versa. So there's definitely something that's really ties the two of you together. I feel like on a spiritual level. So let's see here. What else we've got? We've got cheerfulness, conversation, and scholar. Oh, interesting, too. There's probably some life lessons here. I'm definitely getting some node stuff. We've got 6 of Cups. The Hierophant. Yeah. Heaven Sent. 2 of Pentacles and Strength. Yeah, you guys definitely, there's, a sense of past life here with 6 of Cups, but also of a connection with depth. Even if you, don't feel like you have a past life, or you don't believe in that, it could be that you have a sense of familiarity with this person, that maybe you've known this person for a long time, since childhood for some of you, and you just feel like you have a destiny that's higher than what maybe you've experienced. You might feel like you guys still are down here, and that the challenges perhaps that have been brought to this connection, it's like you get up, 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 and then it goes down. There could be some of that. For some of you, where it's like you just met this person, and you can't understand why you want to get, why you can't let go of this connection, why you're so drawn to them. Again, I do feel like that your soul knows on a very deep level that this has potential for spiritual growth. Sometimes we don't see that in our, 3D life. We don't feel these things or know these things. It's just something that's very spiritual in nature. I do feel that this person has a lot to offer you. This connection is very strong here. We have scholar. So I do feel like this is something that you're meant to go through because it's part of learning more about yourself and more about your destiny, more about your future. I do feel as well that part of this is that, like I said, there's this like seasons. There's that song came into my mind, Seasons in the Sun. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but we're just seasons at a time. Yeah, that might be good. It's kind of like about the ups and downs. And I feel like this connection, that's really essentially, there's something that you're still trying to understand about it, or you're still learning from. And so, like I said, it would be a very a deep type of knowing that you can't let go of this, because there's still more ahead of you in terms of this. Now, we also have cheerfulness and conversation. So I feel like there are a lot of good times between you. Maybe this person is somebody that you can talk to. And there's that potential here for a lot of learning, again, through conversation, through speaking to this person. Let me see here what else I'm feeling. I do feel like that there are conversations that haven't been finished that need to be finished. Let me see what else I'm feeling here. For some of you, this person is leader of some kind, or you feel as if they have a lot to offer you, or you have a lot to offer them. It could work vice versa for you guys. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of Saturn here that comes out in the astrology cards, but we'll see. We also have the Two of Pentacles and Strength. Now, whenever I see Strength, I always think of a soulmate type of bond, and I know that's not a popular, popular interpretation, but I always see that infinity symbol, and I just think of something that's very connected. Same with the Two of Pentacles. There's a connection. There's a flow between the two of you, a soul flow that's much higher than maybe you realize. Hopefully in this life you get to explore that, because I really feel like you both could learn so much from each other. Unfortunately, sometimes there are certain people that don't want to really engage in that. So, let me see here, Spirit. Number 2. Why can't they let go? I feel like somebody can't let go because you're soul connected to this person. You are connected to them on a soul level. Or through years of connection, experience. 11th house. Trine. We're getting a lot of trines here. There we go. Jupiter. Oh, wow. Yep, lots of, wow, that's crazy. Okay, Jupiter is at the 9th house. It's associated with the 9th house. It's associated with Sagittarius. And it's all about learning. There might be some distance in this connection for some of you. Some of you might know this person from online. Some of you might not have even met this person, but you just knew it. Or you guys have barely briefly known each other. And there's been lots of ups and downs. And it's like you know that somehow this is meant to go somewhere. I feel like conversation between the two of you flows very easily sometimes, or it has that potential to in the future. This could be a friendship group as well. Sorry. There's something optimistic, though, about this connection with Jupiter. Like, I really feel like that there's hope here. Like, I don't feel like you guys... I don't know. I don't want to say, especially if it's like a toxic connection or anything like that, of course. But I don't feel like there's a need to let go of this connection. I feel like you guys are soulmates. And I know that's a strong, strong word to use in a pick a card, but I really feel as if your season's coming with this person. That the time will come. And so if you're wondering, should you let go? Of course, I would definitely disconnect if you can't be together at this time and there's some kind of definite obstacles between you two. But to lose hope completely, not necessarily. And I feel like that's because essentially you guys do have very similar outlooks on life, that you guys are meant to do something together. You guys have knowledge that you could share with each other in order to move forward in life. Like you guys might complement each other in a way that you don't quite understand yet. This could be even like starting your own business or something, or an organization, or like this could be some big stuff here. If anything, though, I do feel like you guys could encourage each other spiritually. And that's why you can't let go, because you see the possibilities here, that you see the optimism, the cheerfulness, the, look at this Hierophant's like just smiling, laughing, and it's just like, I don't know, this is a very peaceful, it doesn't feel so restrictive and like the other Hierophant cards. And like I said, Jupiter, it's all about, you know, it's very lucky planet, it's very expansive, it's very educational, it's very, like I said, optimistic and enthusiastic. I really feel like you guys go so well together. You guys could travel with this person, or see things or make things with them and do things with them, and that's why it's like, no, you can't let it go, because it's you know, it could be something that you could get through this tough cycle. A lot of you have been you know, wanting to hang on to this, because deep down, even if you don't see it on the surface, it's like deep down you know that there's still so much more to accomplish with this person. That's part of your destiny. Now, whether you'll do it in this lifetime or not, that can be difficult to predict, especially in a pick a card reading, and even generally, because, you know, people unfortunately don't always you know, follow, you know, what's in their heart or what's in their soul. We see it all the time in our lives when we see people, you know, being given amazing gifts or opportunities and doing nothing with them. There's the Saturn, by the way. Wow. Yeah, there could be some restrictions in this connection. There might have been some harsh times, or there are harsh conditions in this connection that you have to get through first. Think about Saturn in our life. We go through these Saturn lessons throughout our life, you know, the return and the squares and the trines and all these different aspects, and they come at certain ages for each of us. And there might be some Saturn stuff going. There just might be some restrictions at this time, and it's not time yet, but it will come. Like the thing about the Holy Thorn is about that card is really about the fact that life is painful sometimes, and there are challenges in their seasons. It says here, when you encounter the card of the Holy Thorn, be aware of the duality of life's pleasures and pain. That duality with the Two of Pentacles. Our lives are punctuated by seasons of the heart. The joy of spring with new beginnings lasts a season in time. The card of the Holy Thorn reminds you that a time of struggle and challenges awaits you in the next season, but joy will follow. You are connected to the sacred roots of the world's joy and grief. Just as a thorn tree flowers twice, take note of the blessings that come out of hardship. It's when you let go of exceptions and the need to control. Saturn sometimes can be about control, like trying to keep everything in order. Sorry, where was I at? That you truly connect with everyone else. Our vulnerability makes us human, and our ability to endure makes us divine. The Holy Thorn teaches you that joy and pain are two sides of the same coin. One must wear the crown of thorns, first to appreciate life's good times. Know that this too shall pass, and if you sit quietly, you may catch a glimpse of the fairies who protect and respect this tree of enchantment. Take this time to practice being present with yourself and to connect with your heart. To sacrifice your life, your time, your ideals for someone else's well-being may cause you to feel thorns of resentment. This is a time to look at the patterns of self-pity and make a conscious choice not to give in to this negative emotion. I am grateful for all the universe gives me. Interesting. So again, if you feel like you have to sacrifice for this person, you might need to pull back a little bit, you know, to not grow in resentment, to just appreciate the connection as it is, okay? For some of you might be dealing with resentment, and that's just for some of you, not all of you. And resentment could be what kind of is a binding tie here, but I don't feel that really strongly for you guys. I really don't. I really feel like essentially you guys have some kind of, like, you know, purpose together, a spiritual purpose. So, yeah, I really do hope this offers you some guidance. I'm going to stop here so it's not too long. Pile number 1 was like 20 minutes. And, but yeah, I really do wish you all the very, very best in your connection. Wishing you lots of blessings. And I want you to all take care of yourselves. And I'm sending you lots of love. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can do that by going down in the description box below. Going to my Etsy store and purchasing a reading, or for instance, you know, my Amazon wish list. Anybody who gets something off my wish list always gets a reading as a thank you. So, yeah, take care of yourselves, and See you next time. Hello, so if you chose pile number 3 with the Rainbow Moonstone, this is your reading. So let's find out why you can't let go of your person. What's going on with them, this connection, what's the deal? So let's get into it. First of all, I want to say a big thank you because first of all, in this deck I'm using the Mist of Avalon Oracle, which Eric got for me. Thank you so much, Eric. I love you. And also the Affirmators Tarot from Rebecca. Thank you. I'm so excited. So we have the Mist of Avalon card came out for you. So the Mist of Avalon card is card number 15, if you're curious about numbers. And we have Illusion, Enchantment, Transformation, and Boundary. Now, I'm definitely getting some Neptune vibes here. Some of you might have a very Neptunian connection with your person. There could be some Neptune moon contacts I'm getting, or perhaps also just some Neptune or strong moon synastry. This is definitely a confusing situation, I feel. You guys don't understand at all what's going on. It's like you do, but you don't. Like, there's a lot of things that are not understood completely about the destination, okay? Because as you can see, she's going through the mist and she can't really see where she's going. She's just trusting in the journey. For some of you, it's like you're wondering, like, I feel like the reason why you can't let go is because you're like, wait, like, is the fog going to clear? Are things going to get better? Or, like, is this over? Like, there's a lot of perhaps confusion regarding this connection. And I'm just going to read a little bit from this. It says, the mists of enchantment are guardians of hidden realms and doorways to mysterious secret places. Be awakened to the call of destiny. You are enchanted with the potential of what your life could look like with a renewed appreciation of life. Listen to your inner voice. You have the magic inside of you to manifest joy, success, and satisfaction. And it says here, the card of the Mist of Avalon appears when you are ready for the enchantment to begin. Mist is an element combining air and water that gives cover and creates the desired illusion. The story of Excalibur is entwined with mist. Arthur was taken away on a barge by the priestesses in a mist hidden from his enemies who would follow him, and taken to a special place in the otherworld. Are you struggling to see clearly what's ahead of you? You're already creating a new direction in your life, only the endpoint is not visible yet. Your otherworldly vision of what is possible to create for yourself is only limited by your own fears and old belief systems. Remain open to surprises and opportunities. Trust in the lady and the magic of Avalon to keep you safe. Take a leap of faith into the enchanted world that is unknown. When the Lady of Avalon parts a mist, she creates an enchantment to protect the hidden realms of the Sacred Isle. The card of the Mist of Avalon asks that you undertake a journey of self-discovery. Make choices only because it's your will to do so, and not because you want to create an illusion of success and happiness for the approval of others. Put your faith in invisible forces that require only your willingness to be open-minded and to trust. The card of the Mist of Avalon requires you to cut through the mist and see the reality and consequences of all your choices and actions. The Lady of Avalon will greet you when you reach the shores, inviting you to taste the fruit of ancient wisdom. Once the mist of illusion is lifted, you let go of your self-doubts. Remember that you are greater than you think you are. You will have a major change in perception and a sense of new direction once the mist of doubt and uncertainty are lifted. I am divinely guided in all that I do. So I definitely am still going with that feeling of perhaps feeling like it's like you know that there's something out there for you with this person, perhaps you, or maybe you're scared. If those of you that want to let go of this connection, you're scared of what the future could hold without this person. Okay, I just see a lot of illusions or confusion or things that are kind of fogging up your perception in regards to this person, and or maybe the connection and how it could move forward. Okay, now we have, let's see here, so we have surprise sweetheart and old woman. We'll put that over there. We also have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords, ooh, the Lovers, and the Ten of Swords. Ooh. I think that a lot of you are having a hard time moving on from this person or letting go of this connection because there's fear involved. I feel like on one hand you see so much potential with this person, but you could be trapped in some fears. I do want to say something to some of you. If you have not spoken your truth to the person, I feel like some of this mist could be avoided by being honest and truthful. okay? I feel like that could cut through some of the fog that you're feeling, is by being honest and not letting your fears hold you back, okay? That's just a specific message for some of you. Now, for others of you, I really do think that you see the potential here, even if you know it's kind of maybe, a screwed situation, okay? Because we have the Eight of Swords and then the Ten of Swords that came out right here. And that is kind of making me feel as if there's been an ending, or there's worries about it ending in heartache. But at the same time, there's still hope here, okay? Because why can't you let this person go? Because you feel this connection to them with the Lovers. These are my favorite animals, by the way, otters. Here's little Percy from Julie and Kristen. I love that. But yeah, I feel like you feel a soul connection to this person. You feel heart-to-heart connection with them. But you might be afraid to let go because, well, first of all, letting go might hurt, okay? For some of you. That could really hurt you. It could devastate you. It could ruin you in some way, or feel like it could ruin you. And you might be critical about new beginnings. You might not think that you're able to make a new beginning. Now, for others of you, I really do feel as if you're afraid to let go because you're waiting for things to change. Like with the Surprise card and the Sweetheart, it's like I do feel like some of you are hanging on so much because it's like you're hoping that things will shift or change, and that's why you can't let go. There's still that hope that a surprise could come out, this person could message you, or things could come back around, or it could improve, or there could be a miraculous resurrection, right? With Ten of Swords and Ace of Swords up here, that there could be some kind of resurrection to this, and that's why you don't let go. And for many of you, I don't feel like you'll let go for your entire life, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Because we have Sweetheart and Old Woman. This could be something that, you'll hold on to until the end of your days. Whether you come back, some of you might come back together with this person, or you might end up to be together with this person, okay? So, like I said, this is not a prediction on the longevity or the outcome of your connection. But it's just like, it's something that will sit with you for life. I feel like many of you, too, you don't want to have regrets in the future. And this could be a message for some of you to take action with this person, so you're not sitting and thinking about this when you're old, and your life passed by in your prime and all that stuff, and then you're sitting there like, what if I would have just spoken up? What if I would have made a move? What if I would have tried to repair this? This could also be the mode that you're in now, regrets or thinking back. There could be a lot of this could be a past connection for some of you, in which you're just really reminiscing about the ending, the connection, the future. All of it. And that's why you can't really let go, because there's no answers. I feel like that there's a lack of truth here in some way, that something hasn't been answered. Some kind of knowledge hasn't been had. I can't buy on that. I can't postpone this. Where did I go with this connection? 10th house. Scorpio. Mars. I do see a lot of passion here with Scorpio and Mars. There could be a strong connection physically, a physical connection here. There's definitely some... I'm surprised Neptune didn't come out, but Scorpio can also be a little bit like this. There could be... Interesting, because Scorpio is traditionally ruled by Mars, and I always say to myself that I feel like... Well, okay, I'm not going to say this out loud, actually. Sorry, never mind. Because it's kind of some people, if you're Scorpio, you might feel, like, offended by it. And I don't want you to feel offended by it, and I don't think it's an energy that all Scorpios have, but... it just reminds me of this regret, perhaps, of not taking action. Because Scorpio can be very transformative, but it can be very internalized sometimes. see here. For some of you, you might be wondering what life would look like without this person, though, with the 10th house. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of flow. We're getting trines in every reading. This is crazy. There's a flow between the two of you. There is definitely something that you feel you guys might have some really positive synastry. There could be some Pluto trine Mars. Let's see, Saturn trine Mars. What else could there be? First, let's see here. First and the 8th house could be significant. 10th house could be significant. Yeah. I do feel like there's a bit of there could be like a bit of an obsession here with Scorpio. There could be a desire to merge, okay? But there could be fear and secrets involved in this connection as well. For some of you, there could be a fear of reputation. 10th house. You could feel like this person's part of your life purpose in some way, like you want to see a future with them. You want to have a legacy with them, or to understand what the purpose of your connection is. I really do feel like you guys want movement, but some of you might not be speaking up enough for this, or they're not speaking up. That could be why you might not have the full transformation of this connection yet, and that's why you're frustrated and you don't want to let go, because you know it has so much more potential to transform into something much better. That there's, with the Lovers, it's like there's a partnership, there's a merging here that you know could happen, and that's why you don't want to let go of it. Okay, sorry, now it's coming to me. It was flowing. I was just kind of like analyzing. My brain was going a mile a minute. Yeah. I feel like you want to see this to the end, to the future. But the future could be a bit murky because it... actually, hold on really fast. Let me just think of something here. Yeah, there's definitely something here about seeing something come to fruition with this person, wanting to understand the destiny too, with the 10th house. And I really feel like some of you are just waiting for action to happen. Or you're hoping for that, wishing for it, and it's like you can't let go of it. Some of you might need to take the action yourself, though. Some of you might be too internalized here with Scorpio. You might be being too secretive, or they're too secretive, or something. There's something about action and, like, you know, well, I definitely see strong desire here, for sure. And an intimacy that perhaps can't be matched by anybody else, or hasn't been so far anyways. Even if you haven't been physically with this person, there's just something about them that lights your fire. It can also cause a lot of pain, though. Scorpio can be very, well, the 8th house, for instance, can be very beautiful, but at the same time very dark and deep, and hard to understand as well. So that could be why I was maybe getting those Neptune vibes here as well, because there can be some Neptune between the two of you as well. Just because it didn't come out here doesn't mean it hasn't. But as well, there can be that that depth there that you can't quite understand. I really do wonder, though, if you guys are just really, one of the reasons why you can't is because you're just like, where will the future go? And you're stuck in this cycle of like, where is it going? Where is it going? Where is it going? And you like, it's like deep down, you know that it needs to lead here to the Lovers. that you can't figure out how could it come together that way. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put these back. Oh, yeah, and some of you, I don't know, I got the song Waiting for a Miracle by Leonard Cohen. But with the surprise card, it's like you might be waiting for a miracle. Or waiting for the miracle. Or waiting for a miracle. I can't remember. It's a cheesy old song, guys. So it's, if you're younger, you might not like it. Maybe you will. Some people have different tastes. I guess I assume younger people aren't going to like that type of stuff. Not a good assumption. Yeah. So that's essentially what I'm seeing. I'm going to stop here because I know I've talked your guys' ear off. I just looked at the clock, by the way, and it was 15:55 on my, the timing on my thing. So yeah, 15 here. What? So yeah, you might have some, maybe 15 means something to you guys, or fives. That's funny. I saw 15 and I looked down there and there's 15 as well. Huh. Okay, well, anyways, I'm going to stop here. So it seems like essentially, I'm just going to wrap this up because I know I'm kind of rambling. I feel like Mercury retrograde's really messing with my brain. And I'm probably going to get a lot of dislikes. But, because I've been a little bit, woo. And I could feel it. But, of course, I feel a lot of different things here. So, but essentially what I'm seeing is that the reason why you can't let this go is because you know that you're really hoping for a chance for a new beginning. You're really hoping that this will come to place where you need to. And I feel like a lot of it's because you just need to accept that you don't know the outcome. If you're wanting to let go of this person, you just have to, I feel like the message here, the advice here would be that you just have to let what will be, right? And for some of you, though, there's the advice that you need to speak out, that you have to get out of this Eight of Swords and speak out to bring this anywhere, because that could actually clear through the fog. Honesty, truth, and directness could actually bring this together, okay? For those of you, especially if you haven't told this person how you feel and you're waiting for them to perhaps surprise you, you could be waiting for forever, because this person may not know how you feel, okay? And you can't let go because it's like you know that you really want this deep down on a very soul level, right? But you don't know what the outcome is. And I really feel like some of you are just waiting for this person to do something. And you need to actually do it. Some of you could be afraid also of an unhappy ending. If you haven't already had one. Like that would just end in pain. So it kind of holds you back. But yet you can't let go. Because it's like you still want them. So yeah. Guys, I'm going to stop. Lots of love. Lots of blessings to you guys. If you like the reading, let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you want. Subscribe if you'd like. And if you'd like a personal reading, that's all down in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store and as well my Amazon wish list. Anybody who gets something off my Amazon wish list always gets a reading as a thank you. And of course, I also sell my readings on Etsy, so you can always purchase one there. But anyways, guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all next time, okay? Bye-bye. Hello. So if you've chosen the last pile, pile number 4, with the smoky quartz, this is your reading. So let's find out, why can't you let go of this connection? Okay, so we're going to start off with the Miss of Avalon Oracle, and I want to say a big thank you to Eric for getting this off the wish list. I so appreciate it. I love this, and I've thanked you in every pile. So we have Sacred Union, number 14. So it talks about vitality, growth, fertility, sexuality. You feel a very special connection to this person. This card can extend to friendship and other connections, okay? So, but I feel like that there's just a strong romantic tie here for many of you. I feel like this person is somebody that you probably would consider to be a twin flame or a soulmate of some kind, or a high-level connection. I feel like that's essentially partially why you can't let them go. There's a strong attraction here. Even if you don't know what these things mean, there's just something about this person that lights your fire, that makes you feel very good. And there's just a strong attraction and draw here. Let's see what else we've got. We've got, let's see, oh my gosh, okay. Reunion, melancholy, and waiting. Oh, I feel like many of you are waiting. You can't let go because you're waiting for this person. You're waiting for this to come together. We have the Eight of Swords. So a feeling of being trapped, perhaps. We have the Star and the Magician and the Nine of Cups. Okie dokie. Let's see here. You're waiting for a miracle. I got this in the last pile too, that phrase and that song in my head by Leonard Cohen. But I really feel like you're not letting go because you know that you could manifest this someday, that this could come together. I feel like many of you could be even in separation with this person right now because we have reunion, melancholy, and waiting. It's like you want, you're waiting for that reunion to come along, and you could feel very sad. You could feel very sad and down about this connection in some way because you're just waiting for it to come back around. But I feel at the core of your being, it's like you're waiting for that time to come, for your time to come with this person, where you'll be able to reunite in some way. There could be some restrictions right now with the Eight of Swords. This could be mental restrictions, or it's ways in which you're just not seeing the future moving forward, so you might feel a bit trapped at times. But at the same time, we have the Star, so there's still hope. The Star comes after the Devil card and the Tower, right? So it goes Devil, Tower, and then Star. And the Devil energy can be so oppressive and difficult, while the Tower can be so destructive. But the Star represents the fact that there's still hope, that something beautiful can still happen, that there's still a path ahead of you, that things can be healed, and hurts can be forgiven, and innocence can come back into the connection once again. And with the Magician here, I feel like it's like you feel like this can be created, that this can manifest. And that's why you can't let go, because you still see the potential here for ultimate happiness here with the Nine of Cups, for your wishes to be fulfilled, for you to come into like connection, like, into union with this person, for instance, as they say, or for you to kind of bring this connection into fruition. And I feel like when you do try to cut this person off or something, or you try to let it go, you feel sad. You just don't feel like yourself. There's just something about you that kind of hovers over you, and you don't feel right because you feel so connected when you're with this person. And so I feel like a lot of you that haven't been able to come into, physical connection, if you that's another thing too, is that like when you're in a physical connection with this person, even if you're side by side, it just feels so good. And when you're not, it feels sad. And just like meh. That would be the word. That would be a good word. Just meh. Like, not liking it. And I just feel like the reason why you can't let it go is because you know it can be something better, and that it's going to eventually go to something better, that it will manifest eventually. And that's why you don't let go. There could also feel like destiny involved in this connection, that it's part of your, divine destiny for this to come to fruition. We've got opposition. Yeah, you guys might have an opposition in your synastry, but the one thing about oppositions is that they can bring balance, right? So you might have a mirroring effect with this person. You might feel just super connected to this person. You relate very well to them. You feel good with them. And somehow you balance each other out, even if you guys are totally different. Oh, we have the Moon. So that's definitely an instinctual, emotional connection. This is one that could have roots, right? With the fourth house in the icy down where Cancer, the Moon is, associated with that house. Aquarius. You guys might have different viewpoints, but this also could be an online type of connection, or a connection in which, that's interesting, the Star is associated with Aquarius as well. Yeah, there could be something about you guys that's a little bit different. There could be something unique about your connection as well. You could be friends. We have Capricorn showing up. Oof, the 10th house and Capricorn. So there might be some Capricorn 10th house synastry. with Capricorn, 10th house is associated with Capricorn, also Saturn. So there could be some strong Saturn. Oh, especially with Aquarius here. You guys might have a Saturn moon connection. Or there's that 4th house. I see. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. No shit. Oh, sorry. Oops. Is that a bad word? No. Oh, my God. Okay, so we have a 4th house and 10th house. Those are opposing houses. I should know because I have oppositions there. Wow. Okay, so you guys, this might be a connection that's very rooted and it hasn't come to its full fruition yet. Okay, the IC and the MC, this is an angle in the chart, and this angle represents the roots and what we show. It's kind of like, think of a natal chart or a chart like a tree, and it's like you got this like root. There's something about, you guys are waiting for this to come to be in, like, for instance, in the public eye, for it to come into fruition. You guys, wow, okay. You guys might have some 10th house and 4th house synastry for sure, but as well, there's just this, like, you know that this is meant to go somewhere. You have a vision of it. You have an understanding of it. And you can't let go of that idea. Strong 4th house, 10th house, and Scorpio. So there might be some Pluto here. Oh, wow, this is like my natal chart, actually, a little bit. Scorpio in the 4th house. With Scorpio, it's like there's transformation. It's passionate. It's intense. There is probably a strong craving to be together in a physical sense, okay? Intimacy might be something that you long for with this person. Even, like I said, intimacy can come in so many forms. It could just be simply holding hands or touching or looking at each other. And there's something very, perhaps primal and deep about your connection that you feel. And it's like, that's another reason why you can't really let it go. And we have Neptune. So Pluto and Neptune showing up here. Moon. There could be some Neptune moon. There could be some Neptune in the 4th, Neptune in the 10th. There could be so many different things here. But I'm definitely seeing a very intuitive connection. This could be a past life connection as well. Okay, with the Neptune 12th house. So we have the 12th house and the 8th house represented here, which are water houses. There we have all water houses here. Actually, we have the 4th house with the Cancer. The moon, Cancer. We have Neptune, Pisces, 12th house. We have Scorpio, Pluto, 8th house. So we have all the water houses represented here. So this is a deep, deep, deep emotional connection. There's probably a lot of upheavals still to be had. Perhaps there might be upheavals involved in this connection, but it's like somewhere deep down you believe that this can be something. With Neptune, though, I would say that there could be a little bit of obsession here. Okay, you guys could be dealing with a little bit of obsessive feelings. You also could be feeling a little bit hazy about this connection. Sometimes with Neptune, we got to make sure, well, first of all, with Neptune and Moon, you guys might have a very intuitive connection where you guys finish each other's thoughts, or you just know how the other person's feeling. But also, I'm really getting the sense of private. This is a private connection. This connection may be very secretive in nature, okay? And it's like the destiny is for it to come out into the public eye. 10th house and even 11th house here with Aquarius. This is probably secret stuff. There might be some secrets here in this connection. And you guys are just waiting for your day to sort of bring it out into the open in some way or be together. Look at, there's a little gnat here. Yeah. This is a big connection, though. I really do feel that. The only thing I would say about Neptune on the downfall is that sometimes you can see things with rose-colored glasses with Neptune. But I don't feel like... I mean, this, of course, isn't speaking about the outcome of the relationship. This is more about why you can't let go of it. So, and that's what I'm asking. So not to confuse the questions, or because so many different people are watching and everyone can have a different outcome here. But I am seeing a very strong connection, I'd say, here. A strong emotional connection. But also full of passion and lust, perhaps, as well. There could be some lusty feelings. and something renewing about this connection as well. You guys could be waiting for that renewal, for that happy ending, for things to come into fruition, and that's why you can't let go, because you just know it deep down in your soul that eventually you guys will reunite, and you're just waiting for it. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here, because I know I've been talking a while, and I don't want to bore you guys, but I really do hope that this gave you some kind of guidance into why you can't let go of this person. It's definitely got its own unique feeling here. I feel very strongly this is a romantic pile, and very strongly that this is like a very strong connection. But yeah, take care, you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Lots of love, lots of blessings to you, and I really do hope that, you know, this helped you. If it did, let me know in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe if you want, and I will see you all next time. And if you want a personal reading, you can get one by going down in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase a reading, as well as a link to my Amazon wish list. And anybody who gets something off my wish list always gets a reading as a thank you. So just a heads up on that. But take care, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.